Hello.
Yay.
Kobold time. Kobold time. Kobold time. Okay. Anyway. Did I say it one more time?
No.
Okay. Sorry that we started slightly late. I don't really have an excuse, really.
Yeah, you do.
I started new medication.
That wasn't what I was going to say. You were on the wrong scene and you couldn't find the game input.
Yeah, there were some...
And neither of us noticed.
No.
Which is the embarrassing part. So
Yeah.
we're going to be very observant and good at this game.
We are. We really
Yippee.
are. I do want to say, so, I don't remember anything from yesterday. We did some investigating. Yeah.
Yep.
And now we're gonna do more investigating, potentially, before we go to the courtroom? I don't know.
I don't think so. No, I
No.
think it's straight to the...
Yeah, we just went back home, didn't we? Yeah, I'll look at that 923. Yeah, the Old Bailey.
Old Bailey,
God.
yeah. We did all our investigating.
Well, I need to check.
And killed
There we go.
Dr. Mouse MD.
Yeah, oh yeah, Dr. Mouse MD died. That was very sad.
Yeah.
I sound very disingenuous, but that was really sad. We all just watched that mouse go for the poison.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, nah, it's fine. If he dies, well. Alright. Oh!
Aye!
Is he,
Nyan.
it's...
Thanks for the jump scare. Starting off strong.
Oh! I forgot the sound. Sorry, everybody. It's not really
I
like
didn't even notice. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you've
Okay.
missed this, like, tip-a-tap. Are you alright now?
What?
Are you alright? Yeah?
Mhm. Yeah, I'm gonna sneeze, but it's
Oh.
okay. Am I gonna sneeze? Oh, please let me sneeze. Oh no, I lost it! Ugh.
That's the worst, actually. Losing a sneeze is just actual torture. I don't know, I some people must enjoy it, I'm sure, but...
I think, well, my mother does.
Does she?
Yeah, she doesn't like to sneeze. So she actively tries to make the sneeze go away.
I mean, for me, it can trigger allergic reactions, so
Yeah.
I have a bit of both. But usually it then just hangs around, and I'll just be doing something else,
Yeah,
and I suddenly get this biggest
suddenly
sneeze.
you just get like, yeah, surprise
Yeah.
sneeze, and it hurts.
Yeah.
So I'm really sorry if at some point I just blow everybody's eardrums out with
Yeah.
the sneeze that comes unexpectedly.
Yeah.
I'm not in control. This is it then, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, it's time to put an end to this now. To the miserable curse that has been plaguing Mr. Natsume. To everything.
This sounds very final.
It does, doesn't it? It's like, ah.
And in my own small way, I shall do everything I can to help you.
I always appreciate your help, Mr. Sato.
Suffering, Suzeki, selfishly sidelined.
Good morning to you too, Mr. Natsume.
Good morning. Good morning, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Listen to you two chatting away happily as if the main player of today's trial isn't here. Why would you do that? Why? Oh dear, we didn't mean to cause offence, Mr. Natsume. I thought perhaps that because you had your eyes shut so tightly, you were meditating, finding inner calm. It seemed wrong to disturb you. I was waiting. What's the matter, Mr. Natsume? You seem different somehow today. Why, naturally, that's because I've attained spiritual enlightenment. The path of literature, you see, is a journey to discover one's own death. Or such like. That's the sort of morning conversation I was hoping for. That's why I had my eyes shut.
I figured he was imagining himself as a cat.
I thought he
again.
was a cat again, yeah.
I didn't want to like ruin his vibes.
Yeah.
I missed the signs, I'm afraid. Somehow. You'll have to forgive me.
And you mustn't talk of your path leading to your death, Mr. Natsume. That was just an example!
Ah, yes. There it is. Inner calm.
You barely came to see me at all yesterday.
Oops, yeah, that is correct though.
Mm-hmm. I was sure you'd abandoned me and returned to our beautiful, long-lost homeland. We've not even been in Great Britain a week yet.
Oh god, I keep
Yeah, I keep
forgetting how
forgetting
fast is this? Like,
Brand new.
fuck, yeah.
And then we've had scene from 6.
Twice?
This is the third
This is the third,
time,
yeah. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Isn't it? In a
Yeah.
week?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because like yesterday, if
Yeah.
we count yesterday and today as
Mhm.
different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this will be
But-
the third time.
Well, you know, also third case. Yeah. Third,
No.
fourth time.
Wait, it's the second
Well,
case.
because we this is the third case. Because
Oh, yeah, technically, yeah, it's
his
true. It's
second
Yeah,
case.
it's true.
and
before
we
that
also had McGilded. And yeah, so do it for her.
Yes, well, anyway, I intend to set everything straight in court today. I'm determined to uncover the truth.
Yeah, British case 3 technically, yes.
Mhm.
Thank you. I've actually reached an important decision myself.
Oh, what sort of decision?
I shall fill you in after the trial.
Right.
It would seem that Mr. Sholmes isn't coming today after all. He's probably a bailiff. It's a very clever message, I think. My dear fellows, you must win this battle on your own merits.
That's a very clear message, I think. That he's overslept again.
The great detective, my arch nemesis. Long may he stay away, if you ask me. He's the judge, actually. Yeah, you know what?
Oh my god, yeah. That would have surprised me.
No. Defendant and your legal representative.
This is why we're not allowed to talk about it. He pretended to be a judge.
Yeah, that time when Sholmes did a felony. The trial is about to begin. Make your way into the courtroom immediately. Flings the wig away dramatically. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Today, once again, we face the Reaper.
No.
And when the Reaper stands for the prosecution, the defendant's fate is sealed. But I don't believe in that legend any more than I believe in Sasaki-san's curse. The truth is hidden here, somewhere, and I won't let it escape me. I have to keep believing in my clients, and I keep fighting to the very end. That's all.
It hits Van Zieks in the face. Yeah, that's why he's so anti-Sholmes after all. It's not because of anything
Oh my god, you're right.
scientific or anything like that. No, he just got clocked in the mug by a fake judge's wig. What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. There he is.
There he
He's
is.
done his cloak thing again.
Yeah, because if he doesn't wear it, how is he going to throw it off dramatically?
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. I call upon the counsels for the prosecution and the defense to declare their willingness to proceed.
The prosecution is ready.
Yes!
Hello, I was on stream.
How the defense is ready. Very good. And now I call upon the 6 ladies and gentlemen of the jury, chosen by lot to represent the will of the people at this trial. Are you ready to proceed?
Are they different? No, they're the same. Okay. Absolutely. Justice will be done, you mark my words.
Go through them again.
I feel obliged to say. I feel especially
Oh!
dare I feel
Oh, that's her.
especially ruthless on days when my hat is sitting just right.
She would never say it special.
She would not. Oh, well, I wonder if you could just adjust my hat for me. And please be as ruthless as you like. That's how I did her.
Didn't you actually make her sound American? Even though she's clearly British.
No, that was the woman who got murdered in the first case.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, no, her I
My
made
bad.
sound, I can't remember.
Well, you might as well make her American. She's rich.
Yeah.
Clearly she moved here to get all the gas.
Yeah. Yeah, juror number 4 is actually biased now. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
extraordinarily biased. Thieves deserve to die, if you ask me. Especially gas thieves. I've no sympathy for the man at all. Look, I said it yesterday and I'll say it again now. I don't have time for this. I've got my own problems.
You really should be compensated for that
I
time.
agree. Oh, may the Lord show us all the light here and lead his flock to a righteous verdict again today. Ew.
Now, Lord Van Zieks, what can you tell us? Very helpful, thanks, Van Zieks.
I just expect him to move his cloak with the bat wing and reveal vampire teeth every time he does that. Yeah. I agree.
He doesn't say anything! The judge... Oh, well, that's just Van Zieks. Anyway, the prosecution's report, please, for the court. In relation to the theory expounded by the defense yesterday regarding the defendant's tea.
Glad to see that neither of us can speak.
No.
Fuck all, my lord.
So he does have the results. Oh!
Are we gonna have a blessed counter already?
This is gonna start off straight.
Before the prosecution delivers the black news about the black tea belonging to the blackguard in the dock, pray allow me a moment to savour a liquid of a more sanguine hue. In fact, I'll defer to the good detective for the report. Here's to you, Inspector. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. As indicated by the defence, we found a bar of soap just outside the victim's window in the snow. And there was indeed a frozen reddish liquid in a little depression on the top of it. I've got a little depression now.
Yes, that's the tea. That's what Mr. Matsume brought with him that night.
Well, the brains at the yard analysed it, and yes, you're right, it was tea. And there wasn't a trace of strychnine or any other toxic substance in it. Except for soap, I assume.
I mean, yeah, I guess that counts, but yeah.
No poison at all. In other words, the tea that the defendant brought with him to the victim's room is innocent. It's in the clear.
What a revelation! Well, Oh, he's still holding out his hand! He's just standing there!
He's just standing there.
He's
Wow.
extended up!
That's impressive.
As I suspected. This makes it quite clear.
See, Van Zieks is playing the balance board version of this game.
Yes!
Objection!
Oh!
I mean, he's... I'm sorry, but
You don't know what he's gonna say is gonna be clownery.
I didn't need to look at this. Look at this man.
I mean, it is clownery, but you didn't know that.
Yeah.
My learned friend is jumping to conclusions again. A typical Nipponese reaction.
It's called deducing, you piece of shit.
Yeah, no, right? Like, it just, as if you don't jump to conclusions 24/7, you clown. Yeah, racism time. Woo!
Hello, Kinado.
Heyo.
What?
Yes, it's true. No poison was found in the few drops of liquid recovered from the soap on the window ledge. But what logic is that? Would you take a drop from the Thames and conclude that the water in the ocean isn't salty?
Oh my fucking god, Van Zieks.
I mean, he has a point, but also shut up.
Yeah, but it's... my word. The water in the ocean is extremely salty, Counsel. Oh! There we go.
The judge is just... Oh.
There we go. A yeet.
Exactly. Unfit for drinking, just as the victim's tea was on the night in question, as the court has already heard.
Yeah, it's like, this had poison. No, it didn't. Well, then you can't keep using it. Jesus Christ.
Bitter was the precise word from the lips of Mr. William Shakespeare.
Oh.
Well, though he's had so many other words. Whom the prosecution now calls back to the stand. Your tea is bitter, especially strong tea. This...
I'm sorry, but... Well, I will uphold the prosecution's request.
Mr. Shamspeare.
Yes, it sounds like we're going to have another confrontation with our theatrical friend. Bailiff, show Mr. Shamspeare to the stand.
You're right, drinking tea cold in London and winter and claiming it's not bitter. Like, no, right? It's gonna be bitter. Cold tea is like puckeringly bitter.
Yes.
Mr. William Shamspeare, the victim of this despicable crime. He's a murderer, but okay. Oh, heaven! Oh, hell! Do you command me to remember? Forsooth, 'twas I, Shamspeare, did have a belly full of the foul fluid given in mine innocence.
Yes, but as was revealed in yesterday's proceedings, the witness is not as innocent as we had perhaps first been led to believe.
By using bars of soap such as this, he has been stealing gas from the supply company, yes.
Technically a victimless crime.
One may smile and be a villain. Forsooth, 'twas I, Shamspeare, did have a roomful of the sweet fuel given.
Chat, let me know if this is too quiet. And the music seems awfully quiet for me, but I don't know if it's for you. But he's making like little harp noises when he does all these movements.
Oh, he's a bard that explains so much.
Yeah, so like... There we go.
That's right, fellow jurors, don't forget, this man is a rotten thief. I haven't forgotten, kept all that about the ice coins a tidy secret, didn't ya? You should have owned up sooner.
Thanks for letting us know.
Thank you. Arrest him, I say. Arrest him at once, and let him feel the sting in my tail.
Okay.
Honey, be lovely.
Yes.
Oh, indeed! By dint of vile and cowardly means have I plotted to further mine own ends, I confess.
Yeah, it's always the problem with like a multi-pickup microphone.
Yeah.
We can't lean in closely.
No. Thou wouldst not pardon my sins, of that I am sure.
If you acknowledge your wrongdoings, what exactly are you doing here?
Cowards die many times before their deaths. And for a coward such as I, death be well deserved. But would it that a still greater crime passeth unpunished?
Yeah, this guy, I very much want to stab him at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He's hilarious, but I want to stab him regardless.
Yeah. I mean, mostly just want to flush his head down the toilet, like multiple. For lo, the hairy-faced gentleman of farther east than Verona did contrive to poison me.
Objection! I got the objection! Yeah!
Yeah!
Piece of shit. Anyway, oops, so,
Whoa! There was no poison in the tea.
Hold on.
You need to
give
go
shot.
back.
I need to check my thing. Ah, but there was no poison in the tea found in your room. The police have attested to that thing.
See, I was gonna say that, but
It's not your line to say. You don't get to. Oh my god.
What the defense would assert as an inconsistency will quickly be cleared up by the witness's testimony. Is that not so, Mr. Shamspeare? Verily, my liege, I would most gladly speak. I feel like I should be jumping up and down while I voice his lines, just so I've got the correct out of breath. But I ain't doing that.
No. Very well.
Not unless I get paid handsomely for it.
Well.
What?
Anyway, let the witness testify to explain this inconsistency.
We proved this he wasn't poisoned, but the victim says he was, so clearly the proof isn't enough. Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tell the court why it is that the poison apparently entered your body, though none was found in the tea.
The science is lying.
Witness testimony. tea
inconsistency.
Well, this is not piping hot tea. Well, that's not, yeah, anyway.
The Japanese man did come to my chamber with tea brewed in a pot.
Uh-huh.
'Twas in my cup alone that the wicked miscreant secretly poured his wicked poison.
But it's impossible because he had all his tea.
He had all his tea.
And you did not,
You did not drink. You even said yesterday that you didn't drink your sodding tea. You made it into coins. You said that. Whilst feigning distraction in our debate, now did a drop of his own drink pass his lips. What? That doesn't even make sense. He drank it hot. What? I mean, this guy is lying so bad. Like, we also proved, because the teacups, one of them isn't stained at all.
Uh-huh, yeah.
And that was the one that...
Yeah.
And also yesterday, he literally said that the other guy drank his tea straight away.
Yeah. Like, we have somebody recording all the bullshit people say, right? Right?
You mean like transcribing?
Yeah. I feel like I should just be able to say, hey, can we just
Can we pull out the court records, please? When he departed by and by, I did use the tea that remained in his cup to make my coins of ice.
Oh my god, can I just immediately pull the shit?
Thus 'tis no surprise that poison be not found in the tea I did pour into the moulds of soap. Suspicious soap.
Suspicious soap. Spoiled
Season of suspicious soap.
to be exact.
Yeah. My voice made me so much worse. You're welcome! The poison was slipped into the cup after the tea had been poured. The normal way for poison to be administered, in my experience. How many times have you administered poison? Yeah.
Also, if you're such an expert, then why didn't you actually, like, you know, bring your expertise into play yesterday?
Yeah. 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 Yeah, Fanseeks, why are you a pro?
Quite. Otherwise it would be disastrous if the poisoner were to mix up the cups, for instance. Yeah, but no poison bottle was found at the scene.
Because, quite simply, the Nipponese took the bottle back to his own room.
Did you guys find the bottle? Did you find a bottle of poison anywhere? Because otherwise, you just...
Well, we still don't know where the strychnine even came from.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe Olive did it. Oh no, wait, she was in hospital.
Yeah.
So. Or was she? The absence of a vessel containing the poison only becomes problematic when considering suicide.
I knew that.
Oh, maybe Shamspeare wanted to poison Natsume and got the wrong one.
Oh my god. Right. That's a good point. That hadn't even occurred to me. But yeah, that would make so much sense because he just wasn't dying. That makes so much sense. Yeah.
By now, it should be perfectly clear. A bar or two of cheap soap is wholly insufficient to wash the deep stains of guilt from the accused's hands.
Yeah.
Sirs, madams, 'tis true that I, Shamspeare, be a common thief of gas.
Out of gas, yeah.
Could have heated your room with the hot air coming out of your mouth. But, listen here, ladies and gentlemen. Wherefore would I lie? Verily, I have no cause, I have naught to lose. Well, I do declare. He has a lot to lose.
Thank you for your testimony, witness. Counsel, proceed with the cross-examination. Yes, my lord. The tea inconsistency. I kind of feel like this fucking asshole.
The Japanese it works so well. The Japanese man did come to my chamber with tea brewed in a pot.
Yeah, it's like it's made for him.
It is, yeah, I like it. Poison wasn't deadly, just take you out, but sometimes the Natsume goes back to his room, gets taken out, and then dies by the gas buildup. It's a good point, actually.
Yeah. That's a really good point.
Yeah, it gets like...
Yeah. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I just meant to
Now who's the clown?
Hold it. I understand that you were already acquainted with Mr. Natsume. Is that correct?
I know thee not, old man. Fall to thy prayers. Do I know thee, or know thee not? Methinks 'tis all I can know, that thy destiny mingles with mine.
You lost me at the first day.
Zounds, sir, thou must learn the English tongue afore thou turnst thy hand to lawyering.
I did, but I must have missed the archaic Elizabethan lecture.
Verily, and in truth, 'twas a fine flavoured brew. Though a drop of poison did barb its sweetness, as the thorn doth barb the sweet rose. That, dear friends, be the simple truth. Listen to Mr. Shamspeare. He seems in even better form than he was yesterday.
Either that, or I'm in worse form.
That fated evening after I did dine at Grubb's Grubbery, a local alehouse of good report. Naught did pass my lips but the tainted black tea. But behold, the poison was not in the tea at first. 'Twas in my cup alone that the wicked miscreant secretly poured his wicked poison.
Hold it! Are you saying that you saw the moment when the poison was added to your tea?
To have witnessed the act and then drank the tea, thou dost describe the actions of a fool.
Quite so. Quite so.
But no one likes going thirsty, do they? Sooner would I die quenched than parched. Would I have the choice?
Sure, just willingly, yes! It's poison, but you know, I figured I'd just have it. Actually, on the night in question, the water main was frozen, I believe, wasn't it?
Were it not for the tea, in sooth I would sooner have died frozen than quenched or parched.
Right. No ice coins means no heating.
The witness had one blah blah blah. And Zeke's had a stroke. The witness had more than one brush with death on the night in question, it would seem. Remind the court, Mr. Shamspeare, as to whether the accused drank any of the tea which he brought with him. With the greatest of pleasure, my liege. Whilst feigning distraction in our debate, ne'er did a drop of his own drink pass his lips.
The fact we literally mentioned before that he has.
Yeah,
and now we're just...
he literally said that he drank it all. We also have the teacups to prove it. I think it was even a point that he was like, yeah, but it was fine because I drank all of mine and I would have been poisoned too. That was literally...
But the teacup Mr. Natsume drank from was found completely empty at the scene. Let's not forget the defendant's maxim. Drink tea while it's hot.
I did gulp from the poisoned cup that night, and in mine agony did I writhe, uncontrolled.
That's not how this poison works either.
Yeah, it actually is.
Does it?
Seizures and
Yeah, I thought it took a little while.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, fine.
It did, but... yeah. Wait, hang on, but you also used it to make your blinking coins. Make up your mind, you...
This testimony is so bad, I don't know where to start.
Right? Like, if you're going to lie, at least be competent about it. Otherwise, it's just offensive. In fits of pain, I did knock the fellow's cup, and its contents spilt as blood from a gaping wound, methinks. Though certainly 'twas after I had made the coins of ice from his tea.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Yeah. Naturally,
Yeah, Eggy was a delight compared to this man.
No, right? An upset cup was found on the table that the victim was slumped over.
Or did you ask how it was feeling?
Yeah. There is no contradiction here.
Oh, shut the hell up.
Yeah, you're a liar. You're just straight up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, so maybe he did knock it over, but there's no tea stain there.
No.
And given that there's like melted water underneath, there would have been tea on the table.
Yeah.
Load of... And Zeke's just has a...
He just has his hate blown around, that's all it is.
It's true, there was no tea left in either cup that we found at the scene. But still, something about this statement is troubling me.
In fact, it's a load of shit, sorry.
I think we can present, but not now, but once we're finished and we're presenting stuff, the teacups.
Yeah. The fact that one of them has
because
the
it
other one
literally
doesn't.
says there is no tea ring on the inside of Mr. Natsume's
Exactly.
cup. Presumably we have established beyond a doubt that that is Mr. Natsume's cup.
Well, that's
Meaning
they're gonna question it.
Yeah, but
That's basically what's gonna happen. Like, I keep proving.
how can you prove it was his cup? Yeah, I mean it's in the photograph. It's the upset cup.
Yeah.
Which he claims is Mr. Natsume's, so I guess we can extrapolate that, but still.
Ah, yes, of course. I know what it is. It's Mr. Natsume's wise drink tea while it's hot maxim, isn't it? Is it Maxim?
Maxim.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure that's it.
Thank you, witness. Now reiterate for the court what it is that occupied you after your guest had left and before you drank your tea.
When he departed, by and by, I did use the tea that remained in his cup to make my coins of ice.
And then you had your writhing session.
And then I
Hold it! Yes, so that you could cheat the gas company, in fact. Isn't that right?
To cheat or to die. 'Tis life's only choice.
Yes.
Faith, to cheat be the wise choice, and mine occupation be not an ugly one. It's actually not a victimless crime because whatever's lower in the meter gets docked out of the
Yeah, I was
gas
just
man's
thinking,
thing.
yeah, the gas
'Cause
man
it
doesn't,
does-
yeah.
She doesn't eat the loss.
That's true.
The guy collecting
If
the
that
coins
didn't happen,
does.
it would have been a victimless crime. No, you're right. I forgot about him.
Prithee, dost thou not see beauty in the simplicity of the ruse? No, I don't. And be very sure, sir. Once this trial is over, Altamont Gas will take you to task over this legal task. I shall not run. I shall not hide. Sooth to say, I have nowhere to run, nor to hide. But my lady, what wouldst thou with this pitiful player? Oh, I'll tell you what I'd like to do with you, starting with the shoddy shirt on your back. 'Tis time for a Shakespeare dance! What a harsh world we live in. I'm sorry, I need a moment.
The Shakespeare dance so beautiful and moving.
Yes,
You need a moment.
I must allow me to wipe a tear from mine eye. Okay, I'm okay.
Okay.
The Shakespeare dance. Yeah. The thieving of the gas was addressed in yesterday's proceedings. The prosecution calls on the defense not to muddy the waters with irrelevancy.
Consider that a warning, counsel. Yes, my lord.
Thank you.
Why am I the only one in trouble here?
I'm sorry. Oh! I'm fine. He's had a bit too. He has. At least he has an excuse. What's mine? Mr.
You can do this.
I can. Oh, I'm a strong, independent woman, kobold thing. I can do this. Mr. Shamspear, after the accused returned to his own lodgings, you used his tea to make your coins. Is that correct? To cheat or to die? I didn't make my choice many moons ago. Thus, 'tis no surprise that poison be not found in the tea I did pour into the molds of soap.
Hold it. If, having first made your special coins, it was after 2 in the morning when you collapsed, that would mean you can't have drunk any tea yourself until around that time.
Once ensnared by literary debate, naught else be found in the furrows of the mind.
The debate about Romeo and Juliet, you mean? And who was the stronger of the two?
Rightly did I pay no heed to the tea as I wrestled with the abominable fellow.
I don't remember debates like that when I was studying. Are you suggesting that neither of you actually drank the tea whilst it was hot that evening?
My lord, wouldst thou be privy to some Shakespearean wisdom? Husband, wife, and tea, ought I tepid be? Yes, so very true. Everyone has different preferences when it comes to tea.
I think you might have interpreted that wrongly. So it's been proven that there was no poison in Sasaki-san's tea. That should be hugely in our favour. But the atmosphere in the courtroom today...
It feels as though everybody is against us, Mr. Naruhodo.
It must be the Reaper's poison.
He's good at that. I'm afraid that if we don't find a significant flaw in this testimony somewhere...
The entire testimony is a flaw!
The jury will pounce and find Mr. Natsume guilty.
It really feels like we've jumped into the fire here.
The Japanese man did come to my chamber with tea brewed in a pot. Shall we try the cups on the didn't drink it until later?
Secrecy porters. Oh, I'm just gonna have to...
Whilst feigning distraction, Ned did a drop of his own drink past his lips. I feel like we should try,
I'll
try.
Say,
yeah, do that, thank
otherwise
you.
You'll get jumpy.
Yes, we will.
I'm like, no, if I fail, I fail.
Safety nets, man. Safety nets. I'm an anxious kobold.
Yeah. Present.
Strong, independent, anxious kobold.
So we're gonna present this objection.
Use your thing. Yeah.
You claim that Mr. Natsume didn't drink a drop of tea on that night in question. But that's impossible.
How can you read anything past your own fat tongue? There we go. How? Chop logic? Well, I don't know. I've never heard that word before, but cool. Exciting.
Chop logic.
Chop logic. I want to say it makes sense. Really, a lot of sense. It's a fun word. What is this, ye darky-clad fiend? You bet 5 subs on him having mixed up the cups and he intended to poison Suzaki and did it himself. I don't think you need to bet anything. I'm pretty sure that he used the tea.
Yeah.
Except wait, he can't have used hang on a TikTok. He can't have used Suzaki-san's tea to make the coins anyway.
No.
But there's no poison in the coins.
That's why he claims that Suzaki-san didn't touch his tea.
Yeah, but what I mean is, actually, how does that even work? Even if he mixed up the cups, because Suzaki-san drank all his tea.
Yeah. It makes no sense. He's basically...
Okay, but no, what I mean is... No, I mean from an actual logical point of view. Suzaki-san drank all his tea.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know why I'm still calling him Suzaki-san. It's fine. He doesn't need the honorific right now. But if there was poison in the cup that Shamspear had, and he used that for the coins, like, where did the tea that made the coins come from?
Well,
because Suzaki was like, he drank all his tea. All of it.
But doesn't he literally claim that Suzaki-san didn't, like...
Yeah, he claims he didn't, but Suzaki said he did.
Yeah, I know,
No, but my point is, where did the tea that came from the coins come from in the first place? Because if one of the cups was empty, and the other one was full, and even if he switched the cups, and the full one had poison in it...
Yeah.
Where does the tea come from in the coins? Given that one of the cups was completely empty.
Well, he was claiming that... I'm confused.
Yeah, so he was claiming that Suzaki didn't drink his tea.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why there was no poison in the coins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he used that cup that was left behind to make the
But he didn't, because
coins.
Suzaki finished his tea.
I know, that's
so the cup that had no poison in it was empty anyway.
Yeah, that's
and even
the
if
true story.
Yeah, I know, but that's my whole point. Where did the coin tea come from?
Well, yeah, that's what we need to prove now that
Unless there was extra in the pot.
He used his own tea, technically.
Maybe the poison was on the cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, I think the mixing up cups... I think it works. I'm just wondering where the coin tea came from.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't from Mr. Natsume's cup.
No. Originally thought it was his own, of course, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But
like, it wasn't from the one that Natsume finished.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Natsume?
Yes.
Natsume. Yeah. Anyway, let's...
The two teacups from the scene, one used by the victim and the other one by the defendant, have a clear difference between them. One that represents incontrovertible proof. Is that
incontrovertible? Well done.
Wahoo!
That was a very good.
Long word.
And now you can do it again.
Incontrovertible.
What difference?
Look at the inside of the cups. Just here, there's a clearly visible ring.
Yes, a tea ring. Commonplace enough.
Indeed, such stains occur all too readily when one leaves tea in the cup for a while. And yet, Mr. Natsume's cup has no such ring. Oh, good lord, you're right. It's completely clean.
And prithee, sir, what makest thou of it?
Exactly what Mr. Natsume told the court yesterday. The Japanese saying he quoted.
Drink tea while it's hot!
That's right. Yes. The jittery Mr. Natsume was true to his usual self that night and drank his tea in no time. Oh my god. If, as you claim in your testimony, he didn't touch a drop of his tea, a ring would have developed on the inside of his cup as well, after the several hours the tea was left standing.
Pardon?
In short, Mr. Shamspear, you clearly lied to the court.
Get thee to a nunnery!
Objection!
Objection! I mean, no. Okay,
oh boy, where's it going?
Hold on.
As a rule, I fill my hallowed chalice up to 7 times during any one trial.
Oh my god, Chalice Lord dropped! Woo! 7 times! Well, we'll see if that's true, sir. Actually, it is. No,
yeah,
wait.
well, I mean, any one trial. Currently, we're up to 6. Arguably.
Yeah, it's true, actually.
But he might count today's trial. I mean, today's proceedings as a different event.
Yeah. No?
So,
Yeah, like
The bottles don't count.
No, the bottles don't count.
But I cannot believe that we just got deep chalice lore. Down the chalice hole.
You might want to keep that information to yourself. No! No! Oh, he's born.
Where did the previous one go? Did he just down it while we weren't
I
looking?
think so.
Yet on occasion, tedium distracts me, and I pour more times than I intended until the bottle is dry and
Okay.
Seeks as an alcoholic confirmed.
So, it's not stress drink. It's bad.
Yeah.
Your drinking habits are fascinating, but irrelevant.
On the contrary, they illustrate the fickleness of human memory.
Oh no, we are tracking your behaviors.
Yeah. Yeah. To William Shakespeare. Yes, my liege? Though you previously stated that you made the coins of ice from the leftover tea in the accused's cup, could it be that you were perhaps mistaken?
Oh, shut up! I mean, this is literally his job.
I mean, literally, he is doing his job,
Yeah.
but also, eh? Could it be that, yes, but, sorry. Could it be that, yes, perhaps there was some tea remaining in the small teapot left at the sea? Actually, objection!
Oh!
Oh, we have a
I'm-
smashy boy. But, actually though, objection, leading question. He's leading the witness. Prosecution is leading the witness.
I know.
And
I know.
I would like that objection sustained.
Yeah.
Thank you. Actually,
Very much.
no. No, I do not watch court footage YouTube channels. Just to let that stand. This is a leading question and should be struck from the record. A fact that had vanished from your memory until now. Faith, my liege, thou art a magician. For verily, 'tis as though thou hast seen with thine own eyes that night. This is just... Get thee to a clownery!
Oops. What? It's offering clown nose for now. There we go.
Forsooth, I was mistook. It works too well. I did plan to use tea from the Japanese fellow's cup, but lo, when I looked, 'twas empty.
This is... You can't just...
This is just... And I'm sure that the jury is just going to go, yeah, this checks out. Yeah,
And the judge is like, yeah.
super legit.
Yeah.
And the judge is like, well, yes, we do forget things. I forgot how many tablets I took this morning and what pretty colours they were. Oh. And thus did I use the dregs that festered in the teapot, as my liege did suggest. I mean, I believe this
Objection.
is probably...
Yeah, very much. Objection.
It looks like you're throwing the clown nose out of your hand
Yeah,
there. Objection. I think that actually sounds like it's potentially closer to the truth,
Yeah.
though,
Yeah, it is.
than, Are you...
I'm working on
Are
something.
you just...
Hold on.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. I think it's very important. The clown nose was further up. Just underneath the... Why do you have all caps clown house? Why is that
That's
a
the
prompt?
secret one you're not allowed to know about.
Okay.
There we go.
I don't like this. I don't enjoy this. I'm like looking at your menus and suddenly it's like clown house. Deep clown house music? I don't like. What is secret clown house? It's where Van Zieks and Shakespeare hang out between trials.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's the clown house is where Van Zieks lives.
Yeah. Right.
You've just suddenly remembered now that you made a mistake before. And are we supposed to believe that?
What happens in the secret clown house stays in the secret clown house. People's memories are imperfect,
Oh my gosh.
learned friend, which is why we rely on evidence instead.
Did he just say that with his whole fucking face?
His whole face was just like, well, nobody's perfect.
Also, you haven't got evidence.
No,
but-
right? You literally are just making things up as you go along and going like, oh, evidence! Woohoo! No! Just clownery. Clownery!
No, don't take. Just...
But in any case, it makes no difference.
Yeah, it does.
It does! His famous line. No! The victim's most recent testimony tells us two things of note. Firstly, that the poison was put into the victim's teacup only. And secondly, that this spoilt cup was not the source of the insipid ice coins that have bewitched this court. Did I notice before that he's got that scar there?
Yes.
Freaking Squall Leonharting.
Yeah, he does. He does
I
have
didn't
a. He has it on both sides, I believe.
Does
No,
he?
it was just one. I keep forgetting. No, it's just one side. Yeah, he's.
Which side was Squall's? Because Thingamy had the other one.
Cypher's the other way.
Cypher,
I
yeah.
think
I
this
don't
is
remember.
Squall's. It's been a while. No, actually, I don't remember. Oh my god.
Hey, do you remember when our rat jumped on your face and left like a squall mark
That was
down
just.
your beard?
Like, I literally just had this. Yeah.
She just jumped and landed on your face and just scratched down, and you looked like a JRPG
Yeah.
main character for like a good month.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping it would scar a little bit because I thought it was kind of cute, but also I was
Nah.
hoping it wouldn't scar
He's
because
ciphered,
nobody
by the
needs
way.
that. Is he ciphered?
Yeah,
Oh,
but yeah. No,
Oh.
and then I've also
clownery coded.
exactly. I also got a burn mark that actually looks like the most anime scar
does.
you can possibly get.
Yeah. It does. But it does make you look like a villain.
It does.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
okay.
very villain code. I'm okay
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, I like that. I'm into that. Done by a Japanese sword for losing a trial once, which is why he hates Japan and wasn't in court for years. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Yeah.
I admit it. He walked into a door.
Yeah. See, that was because his clown nose was too large. You couldn't see past it.
Yeah, that's the one. But the clown nose somehow didn't protect him from the door. He just rebounded. Oh no, he got hit by the door of his clown car. We've all
Guess
done
it does.
something stupid like that. That's the one. Crushed his chalice too hard and it took revenge on his face. Yeah, maybe he threw the bottle and it like got thrown back by somebody from the audience and hit him in the back of the head and he hit the table with his face.
And the person in the audience was Japanese.
And the person in the audience was Japanese, yeah. That's gotta be it.
Okay.
I'm glad you're
Okay.
having fun.
The prosecution makes a fine summary of the facts. No,
he doesn't!
Judge, this is.
The opposite of what is happening.
Oh wait, it was kind of like a pimple on him, like with the current, like.
That poor man. That is a nuclear pimple.
Actually, it's more like he needs the wigs, isn't it? Anyway.
He already has his wig.
Yeah. Do you see this here? It says Clown House.
What? Is that the clown wig?
It's the original.
The original clown
See
wig.
this?
That-
Do you see Clown House?
I do see clown house.
This is
Is
Clown
that
House.
clown house? Okay. Thank you. Oh
Here's the
my
wig.
goodness. Okay.
There we go.
You know what? I think that's a good look on him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this man. Like,
Uh-huh.
so just the beard.
Yeah.
He's like Clown Santa.
Santa Cloud, I was gonna say. Oh. Okay. I can't work under these conditions. Furthermore, that testimony remains valid and in full support of the established facts. In other words...
Oh boy.
Oh boy, we get that.
Oh, he's undressing.
The inconsistency claimed by the defense simply does not exist.
Oh, let's say like, yeah.
You're so irritating and so pretty, and I just want to hit you in the face with my knees.
No. What does this mean then? I do declare with me there's no issue with the gas thief's testimony. Apart from the bit about the thief and gas, obviously. Sorry, I have to stand in my pocket was dying over there.
I was having a very small meltdown in the corner, and I really, really appreciated you standing in for me. Thank you. That is called teamwork. It was just once his cape lands on Bruno, so when it cuts back, it's just like draped over him. Yeah,
oh man.
I would. That would be fun.
Yeah.
I like that. My lords, ladies, and gentlemen of the jury, I do solemnly swear. Say fucking court. Go on, I dare you. After I did dine at Grubb's Grubbery Alehouse that night.
I do really like Grubb's Grubbery, though.
Grubb's
That's a good
Grubbery is a
name.
great name.
I'm taking it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna fill it with grubs though, or you're gonna serve as grubs. It's gonna be like an episode of The Lion King. An episode.
Grubb's Grubbery is just going to be our special, like, weekend like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it's an omelette? Nah, grubs. Lasagna? Ooh, grubs.
Mm-hmm.
Hungry Hydra Cafe? No. Grub's Grubbery for the weekend. Naught did pass my lips, but the black tea given me by the Japanese, whose back be stooped as low as death. Okay, again, let's stop making reference to his physical deformity. Seems rude, but okay.
And on what did you dine, sir?
Why, I did partake of my favourites. A broth as wouldst be called soup, and a leaf as wouldst be called salad.
Very, very dispute that he would be able to afford salad.
Yeah, no, right? You got no freaking money. What were you eating soup and salad?
Like, this man would be going to the cat... What is it called? The cat's... the hell was it called? The cat...
The cat meat seller.
No,
Cat
it's
meat
not...
man? Wasn't it? The cat meat man?
It was not called that.
Wasn't it?
Was it a cat meat seller? No, maybe it was.
Are you sure it wasn't the cat meat
seller.
man?
Yeah, no, you're right. Anyway.
Cat's meat man. Yeah, cat's
man,
meat,
that's
plural.
It. Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah. Still sounds sus.
It does. It still does, yeah. As insalubrious a menu as the establishment where it was served. But you gods will give us some faults to make us men. Willingly would I suffer what punishment 'tis seen fit to serve a wicked thief of gas. But I pray ye, wise and noble fellows, ne'er forget the simple truth. That be one thing, and this be another.
You know, I'm really starting to miss McGilded.
Very much, actually, yeah. Jurors all, your humble servant Shamspeare doth entreat you, punish the Japanese fellow for his sins. Okay, so, before you click through, I am also placing a bet that this is where the jury all goes, yeah, you're right, he's guilty as sin, isn't he? Guilty, 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 guilty. And we go, oh, summation examination, please.
Yeah. My lord!
My lord. Yeah,
Yeah.
if I may speak, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Foreman.
I believe we may have been duped by that rotten defence lawyer.
What do you win?
I don't know. What do I win?
By me?
I do declare you may be right. Well, we all know the waif there was making coins of ice to keep himself warm. But this lawyer lad says if he's stealing gas, he deserves a dose of poison, eh? He's been leading us up the garden path. That's what he's been doing.
What? These guys... Oh my god!
Oh my god. Thank you, Galandrados.
Sorry for the Tamagotchi noise at the same time. Thank you, oh my god!
Congrats, I won. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow.
I really never did anything like that.
But what we just heard from the victim there has opened our eyes again. We've reached a decision this time and we won't be swayed from it.
The court acknowledges the position of the jury foreman. And will duly hear from the jury's findings.
We are all clowns here now.
I'm sorry I still don't have a clown emote. I really need to
Oh, we do
rectify
need that, yeah.
I keep going, ugh. And my health's like, no.
Yeah.
What? No, you can't yet.
Does the clown emote need to be our first animated one?
Well, you can animate it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will state your decisions now.
Guilty.
You don't need to do it.
Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
I hate that I could predict this game so well.
You just know how it goes. Like,
Yeah, it's like, hang on a second.
these dumbasses are just gonna be like, oh, I hereby declare the jury to be in one accord.
Oh, happy day!
I'm just going to leave this on here for a second so we can all just
I don't
look
like
at this
it.
wiggling glory.
There's something very distressing about that wiggling. Oh my goodness. Not you saying shut up with each guilty. I feel ya.
Look at his little happy wiggle. He's so delighted.
Well, I think the
Say.
sad part is, if I forget that this is a video game for half a second, and establish that we are basically the only people who ever use the summation examination because it's so archaic.
Yeah. That just
If-
means that people just get like, yeah.
People are just like literally able to vote guilty like this
Yeah.
and sentence people to death on absolutely bullshit reasons
Yeah.
without.
Oh my
yeah.
god, you're right! It does kind of look like he got his tongue out, sorry.
Oh, it does.
Oh,
Like, I'm pretty sure
no.
that's just a clipping
Yeah.
on his mouth, isn't it? But ew, yeah, he looks like he's. Oh no, I hate this. This so much.
Go back to
Fun
Fun
Six hates it too.
How is this happening? Every single time, Bruno!
Yeah. Why are we should not be surprised at this point.
My lord, the defense asserts its right to carry out a summation examination. Quickly get in there. Very well, the court upholds the defense's right.
Typical. My learned friend is unable to accept the obvious truth.
This trial will therefore enter its second summation examination immediately. Jurors, the court calls upon each of you to state the grounds upon which you find the defendant guilty of the crime of which he is charged. Yeah, better make it good, mate.
Do we have to listen to their reasons? Because I feel like we shouldn't have to listen to their reasons. I feel like we should just be able to stand in front of them and go, yeah, but did you hear the man? Come on, were you actually paying attention? I'm a man of logic, me, and having considered all the evidence, the defendant must logically be guilty. What? No? I do agree that gas is far too expensive. I can quite understand why the man would want to avoid paying.
This has nothing to do with the price of fucking fish!
Yeah. That stuff explodes and it can poison you. It's absolutely lethal, gases. Gas doesn't come for free. It costs a fortune to deliver it around the city and maintain the pipes. Truth be told, the tea my wife serves up for me is a little, sketchy at times. What? If nothing else passed the victim's lips that night, there's no other explanation, is there? But
Is your wife trying to kill you? And like,
if he says nothing else passed his lips that night, but he also lied about drinking the tea. Oh,
No.
I'm sorry, was mistooketh. I can't actually immediately see anything to.
yeah, we can press them. Don't forget.
I mean,
We're not
that's a
gonna
good
press them
point.
on
Yeah,
their
we
statements.
can. But nothing's jumping out straight away.
No, I do feel that perhaps personal opinion about gas and its supply has influenced decisions somewhat. But never mind.
Oh, never mind, it's only a man's life.
No, you really should mind.
But the truth is, our counter-argument wasn't as unassailable as we'd hoped. And Mr. Shamspeare was poisoned. There can be no doubt about that.
Then how are we supposed to turn this around?
I think we need to establish the method by which Mr. Shamspeare was actually poisoned.
No shit.
Our only hope is to demonstrate that to the court incontrovertibly. Maybe he was licking the painting and there was strychnine in it. Maybe that's why there's all those handprints there. Maybe he was just licking the painting because he was so hungry and the painting tasted good.
That doesn't sound nearly as insane as it should. I think that's the worst part of this all. Like...
It's just there like... green!
but that's surely almost impossible at this stage.
This paint is lead. It tastes so sweet. I leave the purple corners till last. Ooh. Licking the copper pipes. Verily doth copper do be thine mineral? Dost thou crave? Sorry. If we don't manage it, though, Mr. Natsume will
be found guilty. No delays, counsel. Proceed with the summation examination. Alright, mate.
Yeah, gosh, so impatient.
I keep forgetting we get to... Oh, look at him. Look at him standing down.
Yeah.
Can we just slam him gently with our sword? Anyway.
I think we should actually just finish this now.
The defense's rebuttal.
I'm a man of logic, me, and having considered all the evidence, the defendant must logically be guilty.
Press. Hold it. All the evidence, you say?
That's right. And there's no room for doubt. It's all pointing at that Japanese man with the big moustache. Oh, it says the Englishman with the bigger moustache. I agree.
Yeah.
Sorry for reading your
No,
line, but I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Fancy's your bottle. Please, I need to throw something. Who's up for 10-pin bowling? Which means we need to show the man some new evidence to make him change his mind.
If only we had that kind of evidence.
Oh, don't worry, this summation examination has barely started, really. Perhaps there'll be a shift in the situation that shows an existing piece of evidence in a new light.
Let's hope so. To start with, though, I need to find some way out of this deadlock.
I do agree that gas is far too expensive. I can quite understand why the man would want to avoid paying.
Hold it! This isn't a time or a place to be discussing the price of gas, madam.
But really, think of the injustice. Air is a gas, and air is free. Why should ultimate gas cost money?
Okay, we do not want to go here.
No. It makes my blood boil. I can feel myself becoming more ruthless than ever.
Okay, maybe we should pit those two against each other to see what happens. Like, cat fight.
Right.
This isn't the time or the place to be a ruthless killer. I mean,
Ruthless. I mean,
Well.
also that, but if I might interject here.
Yes, madam.
It seems my fellow juror takes issue with the price our company charges for gas. But it's precisely because of thieves like this man that the cost goes up. Oh, what a beastly man! That unkempt moustache, those hunched shoulders, poisoning tea and stealing gas, utterly unforgivable. Excuse me?
No. Mr. Natsume isn't the one who's been stealing gas. Oh, thank you. Not to go adding more crimes.
He's getting much more assertive and it's only his first week in the UK.
Yeah.
Mr. Natsume hasn't been poisoning tea either. Well, anyway, I've quite made up my mind. It's as made up as the price of gas.
Well, that's quite changeable, lady, so,
Ooh, yowzy. That stuff explodes and it can poison you. It's absolutely lethal, gases.
Hold it! What? Could we please talk about the poison rather than the gas? Do you think, sir?
What's that got to do exactly with the price of fish?
Yeah.
Well, if you like. I mean, to be honest, I'd take poison over gas every time.
You take poison?
Well, I mean, it's poison. It can only poison you. It doesn't explode, does it? Goodness me. What are you talking about? Set him straight, please, lawyer man.
Well, it's certainly true that poison isn't prone to exploding.
Unless it's Sholmes's poison.
But I think you'll find poison also can't light or heat up a room.
Ah! You're right. I hadn't considered that at all. Young lawyer man.
Yes?
You have a good head on your shoulders. We could use someone like you as our company's legal representative.
This is not the time or
I
place.
mean, yeah. Corporate law is also very different, but okay.
Well, I wasn't expecting to pick up more business in the middle of a trial, that's for sure.
Anyway, the point is, I haven't had the best experience with gas companies in the past.
So, what?
Okay, what's your point? How does that mean he's guilty? Okay,
What, he paid for his gas and is therefore guilty?
I guess. Gas doesn't come for free. It costs a fortune to deliver it around the city and maintain the pipes.
Yeah, running costs. Can you please refrain from all this talk of gas?
It's gas, in fact. There's an all-out attack underway here, in case you hadn't noticed, against my company's gas.
No, you have standing charges. So
Yeah, exactly.
You deserve it.
And I'm supposed to sit here and take it, am I? I don't think so.
She's really buzzing now.
All I've heard about our wonderful fuel is explosions and poisonings. What about electricity? What about getting electrocuted? What about that? A little explosion here and there is nothing in comparison.
Okay, any explosion could hardly be described as nothing, madam. Nevertheless, the theft of your gas is deplorable.
My point exactly. But the gas thieves aren't even the worst of our enemies. We have far more devious reprobates to contend with on a daily basis, you know.
More devious? Who, madam?
People who, I don't know, kill with... Okay.
Oh!
Other gas companies, of course.
Hey, imagine.
Imagine. Little healthy competition is good. Monopoly is bad. The end. Goodbye. Monopoly's a terrible game.
Fucking hate it.
She does
Your
have...
family would like Monopoly. Your mother would defend Monopoly.
She loves Monopoly.
She'd be like, this...
She loves all kinds of Monopoly. She doesn't think the competition is a healthy thing.
She's like, this rigged game seems fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you start losing, you can't stop losing. I
Yeah.
hate that game.
I mean, it's very correct. But I also do hate that game. The problem is she's forgotten that it was my uncle actually kind of completely homebrewed entirely different ways to play Monopoly. And those are the things that she actually enjoyed back in the day.
Yeah.
But she can't remember what any of them were. And I was too young and also still hated Monopoly. This is a circus and we are trying to reason with the clowns. Yep. Accurate.
Other gas companies? Not quite what I was expecting.
We generate gas, and we deliver it to our customers fair and square.
Indeed. Nobody's questioning that, madam. Altamont is an exemplary gas company.
But there are other unscrupulous gas companies here in London that don't even have any gas at all.
Was that a thing? Like, where there was this gas companies that were like, yeah, we'll deliver you gas, and then didn't send anything? Sorry. But, if they don't have any gas, how do they go about selling it to people?
You wouldn't think it possible, would you? But they steal our gas, you see, and sell that.
Okay. They steal your gas? How on earth is such a thing possible?
Gas companies like ours deliver gas to people's homes via a network of pipes. But these devious reprobates secretly disconnect our pipes and divert our gas into their own rotten pipes.
Oh no, I should feel so bad.
Then they make a contract with the households supplied by those pipes and take money for the precious gas that's rightfully ours without us even knowing.
I mean, the problem is that those people will probably pay more too.
Yeah. They're diverting gas into their own pipes illegally. What a brazen form of theft. Rotten pipes, why is that in orange text? I know, right?
Yeah, rotten
Weird.
pipes because of... wait.
I wonder.
Well, Garadab did have to replace...
I mean, he
the-
had to, but it's not like she's using rotten pipes. As in,
No.
you know,
Yeah.
it's a like derogatory rotten, not
Yeah.
literal rotten.
Yeah.
Would you like a thingammy? A Rico?
No, that won't help, sadly.
Okay, I'm sorry. Do you need anything else? Can I get you some more tea?
No, that's okay.
When we visit customers' houses to collect the money from their meters, we always have to check whether or not one of these devious companies
Yeah.
has been up to its tricks.
Oh, what do
Oh,
you...
okay. What happened there to you?
Okay, it's you. Excuse me.
Did that happen to you then, mate?
Do you have something to say about that? During number 3.
Oh, golly, you mean me? I'm terribly sorry. I was just thinking to myself.
I really did catch him off guard there. Thinking about what the lady next to you was saying, correct?
Oh, well, yes. I just got a little riled about it recently, you see.
Go on.
Well, an Altamount gas worker visited my house the other day to investigate the pipework. We need to ask for your cooperation while we carry out a secret check of your property, sir, the fellow said. So I let him in, and do you know what he did?
I'm afraid I have no idea. Please tell us.
He proceeded to take one of my lights off the wall. And he grabbed the exposed mouth of the pipe and started blowing into it.
What?
So this is how we're learning how he poisoned somebody. What do you think you're doing, young man? You're giving away your company's secrets there. Oh, please, everybody knows. But it was very nearly the death of me, I can tell you.
What do you mean?
I'll explain, if you don't mind. As I said before, these unscrupulous other gas companies connect their customers to our pipe network.
Yes, but how does blowing into the pipes come into it?
Obviously, there's gas in the pipes, and it's at a fairly low pressure. By blowing air through the pipe, you can make the pressure drop temporarily. There you go, that's what he's been doing. That's what the picture was about. That's what it was, yeah. So, and if you do that, any lights connected to the same pipe will flicker for a moment.
And that will
So
be
yeah, what he
Garadab
was doing, he was taking the lamp off the wall, leaning against the wall, which is why the handprints are there, then blowing into the pipe to make the stove go off upstairs, so that the gas would then just keep coming out without the pilot light being on. And I bet you that's why he's like, it was almost the death of me, because I bet you his pilot light went out. And that's why he's talking about explosions.
Yeah.
It's got to be it. That's how he did it. I was wondering how he made the gas upstairs go off, and that was clearly it. Anyway, yes. But you'd think Garadab would have noticed, wouldn't you?
Garadab did mention that there
was weird flickering.
Yeah.
Did he know? Okay.
I did mention it at some point.
Because I know he said that he only started watching the gas after the first guy died. The artist died.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't have noticed that. But yeah, did he say something about weird flickering?
Mention...
It's ringing a vague bell, but I had forgotten.
I don't 100% remember it.
I can't. It was a long time ago now. He
Yeah,
did.
he did,
okay.
right, yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you for confirming it then. Because it vaguely does actually. I'm starting to remember. Anyway,
yeah, he was talking about the gas use causing flickering and.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was talking about the he could tell when so and so got home because it dipped and everything. But he didn't. Did he mention like extra weird flickering?
I don't. Ah, I see. In other words, if upon blowing into the pipe, the lights of an adjacent property that had no contracts with your company flickered. Sorry. let me say this again. If upon blowing into the pipe, the lights of an adjacent property that has no contract with your company flicker. There we go.
Yeah.
You can know that these devious scoundrels have been meddling with the pipes.
Exactly, my lord. That's it in a nutshell. It's the reason why we have teams of workers going around neighborhoods to investigate which lights flicker. The trouble is, the particular worker who came to my house didn't know the strength of his own breath. He blew down the pipe with all his might, and you can guess what happened, can't you? Yes, the pilot light went out.
Well, if he blew hard, then... Wait, you mean...
That's right. The lights didn't just flicker, they went out, along with the stove. Gas started pouring into the house.
What a disaster.
The gas supply must have been interrupted briefly because the man blew too hard, so the flames went out.
So, yep. Back at you.
I'm afraid I yelled at the fellow. Are you trying to kill us all? I said.
So, by disconnecting a lamp and blowing into the exposed gas pipe, it's possible to extinguish lamps and stoves connected to the same network of pipes. And then, when the gas starts flowing again, it just silently seeps into the room. Which is a horrifying, unsafe thing to happen.
Yes.
Like, mein Gott.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Naruhodo, I think perhaps...
Yeah, this is almost certainly the clue that we've been hoping for. Juror number 3, the defense requests that you amend your statement to include that information.
Oh, well, if you like. I don't mind.
Welcome to England, yes, well.
Well, I do. That's our company's
I did-
private information, probably, that your secrets that you're leaking there. No, that's... Okay, you know what? Let's move on. I'm not saying that word.
I was going to say, well, like I
Well,
said...
the pipe bombs are literal, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, madam, it's widely known already.
Very well, juror number 3. You will amend your statement
Statement
accordingly.
your testicles this minute!
Sir,
Yes, my lord, although I'm not really sure what the point of all this is. Blow too hard into a gas pipe and you extinguish everything in the house, and then you're in real trouble. Gas doesn't come for free. It costs a fortune to deliver it around the city and maintain the pipes. Truth be told, the tea my wife serves up for me is a little sketchy at times.
are you alright, sir?
Like, literally, like the fact that
Yeah.
that's his. He's guilty because my wife serves me terrible tea. What?
You mean it's poisoned?
Oh, that's right. It's happened a tidy few times now.
This is most troubling indeed.
This guy is just freaking just explaining the domestic abuse happening to him live in court.
Yeah.
It's always days like this one where I don't get any wages. I get in at tea time, see? I think Juror 5 does in fact have life insurance. And I see her doing it, my wife. She gets that devilish look on her face and she slips some white powder into my cup. My good man, that's fine.
And you drink it anyway.
I was brought up proper, I was. If someone gives you a cuppa, you drink it.
And what happened to you? What did it taste like?
It was god awful, believe you me. Salty as hell. Yes. Sir, that's salt. Everyone in the court's just like... Then I think perhaps what your wife put in your tea was salt. No! So, she doesn't even care enough to poison me properly, eh? Unbelievable.
This man should make a Reddit thread.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on, please.
Am I the butthole? If nothing else passed the victim's lips that night, there's no other explanation.
Yeah, well.
What?
Does that mean that if the victim could be shown to have ingested something else, you change your leaning?
Sorry, what's that now?
Oh, I was just saying, if the victim did actually eat or drink something else on that night.
What's the matter with you?
Sorry?
I said, if nothing else passed the victim's lips that night, there's no other explanation, is there? Haven't you been listening to me at all?
Okay, I think we should send juror number 6 back to bed.
I was gonna say, juror number 6.
I feel there is an English expression about a pot and a kettle that's appropriate here.
Compared to the other jurors who don't even appear to have anything to say about the case at all, it would seem that this elderly gentleman has been listening to the proceedings far more intently.
I suppose. The trouble is...
He has selective hearing?
Exactly. But still... this juror may well be the key to the breakthrough that we so desperately need. This is hopeless. There's no way for me to appeal to these people. Yeah, there is.
Well, I do think that the only way we shall overcome this difficult situation is by exposing the way in Mr. Shamspeare was really poisoned. We have to prove that it happened some other way and not via Mr. Natsume's tea.
Yes, I know. The trouble is, I have absolutely no idea how it did happen.
Mr. Naruhodo, I wonder if perhaps there's something you might have forgotten.
Oh, like what?
It's important to watch everyone involved and pursue people if they react to something
I
someone
know,
else says. If you'd like me to remind you exactly what I mean, I'd be more than happy to, of course.
No.
The only person who's reacted has been Thingamajiggy, right?
Yeah, but that's also exactly the key information we're gonna need to pit some people against each
I
other.
mean, that's also true, but...
Once again, Sasaki-san's fate is entirely in my hands here. I probably owe it to my client to hear any advice my assistant may be able to offer. No! So perhaps I ought to let Susato-san remind me. Then again, no need.
I mean...
Actually, I don't think there's any need. It's vital that we start trying to change these jurors' minds as soon as possible.
Like, technically gas pipes are a closed system. So, like, there's no way that, for example, somebody would have popped some rat poison, some strychnine, in the pipe to try and, you know, like if a...
Well, maybe the gas company did.
Maybe. But I mean, like, you know, for example, oh, the gas is flickering, I wonder
Yeah.
if there's a mouse in the pipes or something,
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he poisoned himself on the pipes. I agree. But I just don't see how...
Well, we're gonna find
Unless-
out by just making people talk to each other.
Because, I mean, I can't imagine Susato-san would put down poison when...
Susato.
Not Susato. No,
Suzaki.
Suzaki-san, oh my god. Mr. Natsume, I can't imagine he would have put down poison when Wagahai was in the house.
No. No.
But if you decide you would like your memory refreshed, you need only ask Mr. Naruhodo.
You still like the mixing up cups theory though, I do too.
Yeah.
But it seems like we've just decided that that's
Okay.
just not... I mean, by we, I mean the game. It's kind of like just... Well, clearly there was no poison in the cups at all, the end.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'll be right back.
Okie dokie.
I'm fine. Don't worry.
Okay, let's all theorize.
Yeah, you guys can like do theory craft.
I don't... Yeah, theory crafting. Okay. But no, I really like the mixing up cups theory. I thought that was much better. Like... But... I mean, obviously, the whole blowing through the pipes thing has to be what he was doing. Because, yeah, I mean, obviously. And there's the handprint on the wall. He was obviously taking the lamp off the base, the pipe, and huffing down the pipes. Which, you know, distressing. Yeah, no, I agree though, because if he was out via the poison, he would be taken out via the gas. For some reason, the gas hasn't been getting him yet. I wonder if the cat's been waking him up. Maybe the gas thing didn't work because he went out to buy books too often. Oh, it's possible. It's a good point. We have seen his room, but not this case. So it's obviously not relevant. I mean, I wonder if the gas company puts poison on the pipes they wipe off when they do the test. Yeah, I like that, but at the same time, he's obviously been doing it for a while. Because he also presumably killed the artist this way. So... I'm wondering... I mean, there's a lot of handprints there, so presumably, and I think, I can't remember if Sholmes actually said how recent the handprints had to be. It's not the first time that he's blown the gas out since the new pipes were installed, for example. He's under serious investigation. Maybe last inspection they did it to check if he was actually reselling gas. Maybe. Good point. Yeah, maybe they did blow the pipes.
The case yet.
No,
Figured it all out.
maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
We're just theorizing about poison pipes.
Alright. Yeah.
Which he isn't. He's making explosive rooms. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's... Okay, so... what we got here... So too hard to take gas back is real trouble. I agree that gas is far too expensive. I can quite understand why the men want to avoid paying. Against all evidence, the defendant must logically be guilty. No.
Which is logically wrong. I just don't. I think I really do like the cups
Yeah.
theory. But
Trying to figure out who to pit against each other. So,
yeah, we can't show anybody anything. We have to press stuff, right?
Actually, let me check. Yeah, no, we can only examine here. We can't
Yeah, we
present.
can't present.
This doesn't come Are we going to like argue that this is all clearly no?
It's normally so much more obvious than this. The only conflict you see is gas is too expensive and gas is not. Yeah.
Well, shall I? I'll just say.
I mean, we wanted to pit the two ladies together anyway.
see what happens, right? Yeah.
Yeah, just to fight.
Okay, well.
But yeah, that's the thing that's really stopping me getting doodles as well.
Yeah.
Because if he's doing the pipes thing for a long time, why didn't it get him before? Unless they somehow put poison on there, like maybe.
Yeah.
Why would they put poison in the pipes? All I can think of is that would really affect the gas supply potentially.
Are we seeing? Sorry, as an aside, seeing these two statements against each other, it's kind of like
Yeah,
Let's just see what happens.
I think those two are the only ones that we.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Objection. Oh, I got to do an objection.
Ooh.
Those two statements are fundamentally at odds with one another. Hold it.
My lord, as foreman of the jury,
no!
I must object.
No.
But they are, though. Being their leader, it's my duty to stand up for all jurors here present, and stand up for them I will.
I concur with the foreman. Counsel, I warn you. I shan't abide your pettifoggery.
Until you've got your facts straight, keep your pointy fingers to yourself.
Wow.
Wait,
Of course I did.
Genuinely, what? We're trying to find inconsistencies in those jurors' statements, Mr. Nadahodo.
What
They are inconsistent, but okay. The key to it is comparing the different things they say before attempting to pit them against one another. Do we want to just pop through their statements again, just in case somebody else had any reaction to anything? But without reading them. But we should have noticed, right?
Hold on. I'm just gonna blow too hard on the gas by everything in this house. This is the one that we got unlocked essentially.
Yeah, that one we unlocked.
Then you're in real trouble.
We actually want to press him.
Oh yeah, on this again.
On the statement we actually unlocked. Does that actually do anything?
When you say extinguish everything in the house, you mean even on different floors?
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh yes, all floors are connected to the same pipe after all. Yeah, we didn't press him on that. That's true of every building, because gas supply contracts are issued for whole properties.
Good call. Well, I had no idea it was possible to extinguish gas appliances simply by blowing down the pipe.
It's not something we like to publicize, to be honest. But we have to carry out these investigations, as I'm sure you can appreciate.
Indeed. It has been mentioned on more than one occasion in the papers even. Is that so? Been mentioned to me too, very recently. An incident involving the gas stove going out inexplicably, almost leading to someone's death.
Mr. Naruhodo, I think perhaps.
Yes, it's finally starting to fall into place. The secret link that joined all these strange occurrences.
Phew.
Okay, but
How do we press them again?
basically, I wonder, it's like
Oh,
I'm a man
maybe
of
that.
logic. It's like... Yeah,
I think maybe the first and last. Try them, but like, save first.
What? If nothing else passed the victim's
Yeah, old
lips-
man, what if he sucked on the pipe? No, right?
So this guy meant like...
That's what I'm wondering. Juror number 1 and juror number 6. Because logically, be guilty. And then that, I don't know. Because he's just like, yeah, nothing else passed his lips. Maybe gas?
Yeah, honestly. We're gonna do it. If this is wrong, I will reload.
Are you doing juror number 3?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I was thinking for a second because we were discussing, like, you know, touch the lips thing. You know what?
Well, no. Maybe that's correct, though. Maybe that's correct. I don't know.
It was gas, right? And no, I don't know.
Well, it was obvious. I mean, it was strychnine. There's
Yeah.
no, we can't.
No, exactly.
But I don't know. Because the one we unlocked, theoretically, should be the one we're pitting somebody against, right?
Yeah.
But I don't.
3 and
6?
6.
Okay.
Alright, we'll try.
I'll take it.
Pit. Objection. Is it this time right? Those two statements clearly contradict. Oh, no, not again. Good gracious. Those two statements do refer, counsel. Juror number 6. Did you hear what juror number 3 just said? Oh, it is...
Eh? What? Yes, of course. I heard him mumbling about something or other.
These were not clear.
No, it wasn't, but
There is another explanation here, I believe. Something besides Mr. Natsume's tea did, in a manner of speaking, pass the victim's lips on the night in question.
What? What explanation?
I wonder, did the police check the mouths of the gas pipe feeding the wall light at the scene to see if there were any traces of poison there?
I was curious to see what your floundering would result in this time, but the mouth of a gas pipe? Scotland Yard have enough to do without exploring such irrelevance.
Hold it. Oh,
Okay, what a piece of work as a man!
miserable pile of secrets. What are you trying to say, Mr. Shamspeare?
What speakest thou? Prithee, is it not strange and strange? That is what I say to thee, sir.
I thought I'd been quite clear, but let me put it another way. Was it
Strychnine.
Strychnine, thank you, could have been on the mouth of the gas pipe that feeds the wall lamp in your room.
Okay, but why?
And that is how the poison came to enter your body. Good lord. But why indeed?
But why is Are they tasty then? Gas pipes? Is that what he's saying?
Or is the gentleman suggesting that the poor man was so desperately hungry he tried to fill his belly with gas?
Perhaps no actress would perform a kiss scene with him. For shame, madam, speaking thy fancy. I assure you, I'm not such a buffoon that I have to kiss pipes.
Objection. Oh, okay.
No,
Give me a second.
6 of them. My goodness.
He's really going for
He
the
really
yeets
is
today.
going for the yeets in this case. It looks like a G, but okay. Too good to.
It does.
This is no summation examination. This is a farce. The prosecution will not stand for any more of my learned Nipponese friend's conjecture. To begin with, the lamp in the victim's room is high on the wall. There's a box there, Fancy. There's a box. In order to have placed his lips to the pipe that feeds it, he would have to be a contortionist.
I'm not going there. Well, okay!
These are empty. Wow. These are empty assertions. There is no possible proof that the man did as you say. Yeah, this is why he's so pissy on Sholmes. Yeah,
Objection.
because
Whoa.
we showed Sholmes' untested science.
Yeah.
And he's like, no! Science! Balls to science!
Evidence? I think not. No proof here. It's true, I have no proof that Mr. Shamspeare put his lips to the pipe.
Yeah.
However, I can say with some certainty that on multiple occasions, I know what you are, Mr. Shamspeare has been doing something in front of that lamp on his wall.
Something! Woo!
And I have evidence to prove it!
Alright, you've got our attention, lad. I'd like to see how you can be so sure of yourself. So would I. Let's see this evidence then.
And I've got a jury's ear. I need to make this opportunity count. This is the proof that time and time again, Mr. Shamspeare stood in front of this gas lamp.
This is so stupid that it's
this
the
one,
previous
right?
page.
Yeah, there
oh
we
yeah,
go.
no, yeah, I thought
Look
it was
at
the previous
that.
one. Yeah, look at that. That's deviant behaviour if
That's a
ever I've
pipe
seen it.
blower, alright?
Yep.
Take that.
Take that, you shameless pipe blower. What the?
These are... Wait, what are they called? Yes, skin prints that were found at the scene. Skin Prints Council? I've never heard of such a thing. The Justice Ministry is currently assessing whether or not to permit fingerprints as evidence in court, however.
My lord, this is an exciting new forensic technique developed by the great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. It reveals all of the places that Mr. Shamspeare touched in his room.
Hopefully not all of the places. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, that's black magic, isn't it?
Well, if anyone could invent something like this, it's that great Sholmes fellow, that's for sure. I agree, this month's edition of Engineering Thumbs was quite fascinating.
We found skin prints in many places that you would expect. On the table, on the costumes. However, Mr. Shamspeare also appears to have been touching some very unexpected places in his room. For example, here. Around the hanging picture there, indeed, around the hanging picture there, indeed, multiple handprints appear to be visible.
Well, I wonder, would he have been appreciating the artwork, perhaps?
At first, my colleagues and I thought the same. However, imagine standing with your hands where those prints are, and you would find yourself directly in front of...
In front of... Oh! I don't believe it. The gas lamp!
The reason why isn't immediately obvious. It's clear that Mr. Shamspeare has regularly been standing with his hands to the wall in front of that lamp.
Right, what have you been up to, you nut? So Sholmes is 100% known by the people as not fictitious, despite Zeeks' claim in the next case. Yeah, Sven Zeeks is just salty, I guess, like the tea.
I'd asked the court to recall juror number 4's earlier statement.
Me? What did I say?
You said that blowing into a gas pipe would make the lights in the entire building flicker. And now, if you recall juror number 3's statement...
What? Me? Now?
When the gas worker visited his home blew with too much force into the pipe, it caused all the lights and the gas stove to go out, and gas to start leaking into the rooms. Obviously, that incident was an accident. However, the simple fact is, if Mr. Shamspeare were to have blown hard into the gas pipe here in this room, he could have extinguished every other light and gas stove in the building at will.
Crikey! Are you suggesting that the man purposefully caused the gas to...
Objection!
I'm not even. Is this in fucking clown mode?
Clownery, yeah. But I missed the other one too.
There you go.
Thank
It's for
you very much. Whilst I acknowledge that the prosecution is required to remain silent during a summation examination, I must toast my learned friend's utter disregard for the letter of the law. Yeah, I mean, clownery, obviously, but...
What is the meaning of this, Lord Franzix?
This curious photograph,
There we
or
go.
whatever it is, presented by the defense, the so-called skin prints. Clearly, that cannot be accepted as any form of usable evidence in this case.
He's kind of right, though. But
I mean, yeah, he has a point, but also no. But it's an exciting new forensic technique developed by a great detective.
oh,
Yeah. It's nothing.
okay.
No, they're okay. He's making up for it now. It's nothing. A mere toy developed by an amateur sleuth with too much time on his hands.
Certainly, even research of this nature by the esteemed Mr. Sholmes cannot be recognized by the court as formal evidence. But okay, who's saying hold it? Oh, it's Susato.
Please, my lord, if I may.
It's Susato.
It was not the defence's intention to submit the skin prints as formal evidence. We merely wished to present the results of the great detective's investigation of the scene. Yeah, but by bringing it up in court, it is in fact evidence. So
Yeah, exactly, we're using it as proofs.
Yeah, that's not quite. As a tool by which to explain the possibility to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. And if the trial were to come to an end now, we should never learn the truth behind these mysterious handprints that everyone has now seen. I don't believe we can allow that to happen, and I'm sure the jurors would agree. This is quite irregular though, but okay.
Hold it.
You're right! Whether those strange handprints are a significant clue or not, it's down to us to decide!
Juror number 3.
Oh, yes. I do declare the great detective's investigation results sound absolutely fascinating. And I want to hear what that shady actor fellow has to say about those shady handprints. Yeah, see? We can also make stuff up.
And just let the jurors go like, woo!
Yep, exactly. We can also have the jurors going like, ooh, wee, woo, yes, I would like to hear about this. That just works both ways, Fansiks. Well, I did say it, didn't I? And I don't like to break a promise. No, wait, you heard his lordship. It's not fair dinkum evidence.
Sorry, they're auto-playing in case anything happens.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, well done, Mr. Naruto. If just one more juror changes their mind, Mr. Natsume's trial will have to continue.
Things that will not happen.
No, right?
Thank you, Mr. Jato, but I couldn't have done it without you.
Oh no, it was you who identified the clue. After all, this is very much your success.
Why, Mr. Shamspear? You seem to be losing your composure.
Just one more juror, Mr. Naruto. You can do it.
Very well. Continue, counsel.
Hmm.
Alright, let's just do a quick stay. So I don't have to stress out.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm very interested in the
Yeah,
results.
so we don't have to change her
Yeah, it's
mind.
kind of cute to see that we now
yeah,
can't
they're
hit them.
yeah,
It's
they're
a different colour.
grayed out.
Yeah, so gas. Truth to be told, might.
I mean, it's hard enough to work out what.
Okay, so I'm just hold on.
So
For a
it's.
second, I'm just gonna pick.
Mm,
So yeah, we just have these options now.
yeah, those three.
Wait, do we have to say? Well, sometimes it's not like it seems to, because he thought it was like poison, and instead
maybe,
it's salt.
and instead it was salt. Oh, that's a good point.
I'm gonna try it.
That is a good point, actually. Yeah, I think.
Objection.
Objection. Those two statements are fundamentally at odds with one another. Hold it.
My lord, as foreman
Ah!
of the jury, I must object.
Okay, I'll reload.
That's a load of poop. That is a load of poop.
I
Like,
think that was quite. It would make sense, right?
Yeah.
Fuck that. It's reloading. You know, should I
So-
press him one more time?
maybe. Yeah, I mean, yeah, why not?
Hold it.
All the evidence you say.
That's right, and there's no room for doubt. It's all pointing at that Japanese man with the big moustache.
I really
The
can't
Englishman
present
with the-
anything. No, sorry.
No, it's so strange.
Says the Englishman with the bigger moustache. Is that all he's gonna give us? But the defense just demonstrated another possible explanation for the events on the night in question. What do you make of that?
What? Your so-called skin prints?
It's an exciting new forensic investigation technique developed by the great detective himself.
The numerous handprints on the wall are clearly out of the ordinary.
See, I feel like if we were supposed to press him again, they should have changed his statement slightly.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Even by like a couple of words would have made a difference.
Yeah, the way this works, I always feel like it's kind of...
Like-
it doesn't always follow the same rules. This,
Yeah, there's a
this
certain amount of
chunk.
suck it and see, and I do hate that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not... no.
Why would I
Anyway.
want to be sucking evidence when I could be sucking gas pipes, huh?
And if Mr. Shakespeare had indeed put his mouth to the gas pipe on the night in question, it can't be denied that there's a possibility that's where the poison was.
Would be really weird. But, well,
Yeah.
yes, I won't deny that it's playing on my mind. But as the prosecution rightly says, we should pay no heed to unacceptable forms of evidence. And besides,
Yes.
even if the fellow has been up to some mischief with the gas pipe dozens of times before, it doesn't mean he got up to the same shenanigans on the night in question, does it?
That is
Why does everybody make it sound like he's been doing something worse with
Yeah.
the pipes?
Mm-hmm.
And by worse, I
Oh.
mean naughtier. If you can't make your case better than that, I'm afraid I can't change my stance.
You do make a very
Oh, no!
valid point, sir.
Oh, what?
That's true. Perhaps I was a little hasty.
Oh, God! No, wait!
Look, you've got your chance here, haven't you? So it's time to prove your theory. If you and your Japanese cohorts can, that is.
Yeah, just leave her nationality out of this, please.
Mr. Naruhodo, if we can't substantiate our position, I'm afraid the jurors that changed their minds before may very well change them back.
Oh, God. What can I do? Is there any more proof I can give here? Can I show that Mr. Shakespeare really did blow down the gas pipe on the night in question? Okay. I can present evidence, I have supporting testimony. I can't prove it. Hold on.
It's a small quantity of strychnine. No container. Nothing's. Yeah, I assumed the testimony would be Sasaki, but I don't think we can trust his. I mean. Ooh. Show me the photograph of the dead guy again. I mean, crime scene photograph. I mean, I think,
Yeah, I
it would
think
have to be
testimony.
testimony.
I'll save. Hold on, let's make a second.
Yeah, there's only really the box there, I have to show.
Well, let's see. We'll go with...
Yeah, it's gonna have to be testimony because there's no evidence. I was just trying to see if there was anything in the photograph that we'd missed. But...
No, it's a good one though. No, in truth, I don't have evidence to support my theory. However, there is witness testimony that substantiates it.
What's that? Testimony? Oh, this is incredible. Whose testimony?
Yes, it's all connected. Everything is linked. A person whose testimony revealed details about the gas in the Garadab residence that night. Namely,
I mean...
Mr. Garadab himself, right? Like,
I mean, I think so, but he hasn't actually given testimony in this
oh, wait!
case. I mean, he's a witness to the... Wait, did he say something about the lights flickering? Shit.
He would know, right?
Did he say something about... It was dark, but...
Bro, how am I supposed to remember this? You guys, like, recap
No, right,
everything.
they recap literally everything, but we haven't had anything... But yeah, I think it has to be Garadab.
But even so...
But he hasn't given testimony to us. I mean, in court, anyway. You think it's either Mitaman or Suzeki? I don't know. Suzeki did give testimony in court, didn't he?
Yeah. Do you want to do...
That's the problem I've got. But we did also ask Mr. Garadeb if he was in court. If he'd come to see the trial.
Yeah, and he's been keeping an eye
And he
on
has been keeping an eye on the pipes.
Yeah. So it's like...
But yeah, we've saved. We can try. So who do you want to try first?
Who do you want to... Yeah, Mr. Meterman was basically checking all night, looking... Like, he was outside of the house.
Yeah, he was saying, but I can't remember if he talked about the lights... Because
thing...
he would have noticed, he would have made more of a deal of the lights flickering.
Yeah.
He just said it was too dark to see.
Yeah, but he did say that it was like... he's witness to the incident, so I'm like...
Yeah, but like, what incident?
Yeah.
Ooh. Suzeki did court... Did he in court actually complain about the fact that...
Yeah.
He did, didn't he? I think. Yeah, we'll try them.
We'll try
Should we do Suzeki first?
Yeah.
And then we'll do Garadeb, and then we'll do Mitaman if they don't work.
Obviously, I'm talking about the defendant, Mr. Suzeki Natsume himself. Yeah, it's around.
Well done. Yep. Everyone,
Yeah. At the very beginning of the proceedings here in court yesterday. How was I supposed to remember that game?
Right?
Fucking hell!
We've had 2 to be continued since then.
Yeah! Fucking hell.
And everything else they recapped like 70 times.
Yeah.
My lodgings! There's been a whole series of strange happenings in my lodgings. Even on that fateful night it happened when I returned from Mr. Shamspear's room.
Wait, I think we're just trying to connect. Like, yes, this is exactly what's been happening to him, and
Yeah.
therefore he's the yeah.
Quite. I lit my gas stove and climbed into bed, but before long, the stove went out and somebody tried to kill me. Yeah, Garadeb does have way more knowledge about the gas, I agree, but he hasn't testified in court this time round, so...
No, that's it. Like, we can't use him because he's not...
It would have worked, but he's not somebody that we've actually heard testimony from this time round.
That's it.
So,
yeah, he
like,
can't... Yeah.
we can't use his testimony, which is, like... Yeah, but I agree. He arguably would have been a better person to call in about it. Maybe we will be able to call him in about it.
Yeah.
What's the word? Supplement the testimony?
Yeah, you'd think, right? Like,
Support
that's the thing
the
we can do.
testimony,
Yeah. Like,
But yeah, I think that's the thing. If we can now... But yeah, that's the thing. Because, yeah, he's a better... Because he keeps an eye on the gas lamps.
Yeah.
But we'd have to now call him in
Yeah.
to support the testimony rather than saying, like, yeah, we've heard the testimony.
Yeah. On the night in question, the gas in the defendant's room went out. So I asked the court, was that a mere coincidence or not?
Yeah, I also couldn't remember if he'd said that in court or in prison, so...
I thought it was in prison.
I thought so too. Good golly.
Jolly.
So that Shamspear fellow blew air into the gas pipe to make the man's stove go out on purpose? Now hold your horses there. What would you do that for? Look at him. He's guilty.
Mr. Foreman,
I think it was both, yeah. What is it, man?
we cannot allow judgment to be passed while this doubt remains. Is it true that I don't... Sorry, it's true that I don't have conclusive evidence yet. However, you must surely agree, there is more to this case that meets the eye!
Ah.
Press the button, sir.
Fair enough. Like I said at the outset, I'm a man of logic, first and foremost. Woohoo!
That's 4 jurors leaning towards not guilty, my lord. We've overturned the decision. Therefore, the defense calls for the trial to continue.
I mean, I think it's a really nice little thing, the summation examination. It's a
Mhm.
clever little mechanic, but
Yeah.
I do wish it wasn't so contrived and shoehorned in sometimes.
Yeah.
Shoehorned in sometimes.
It really is though, like, yeah, and it doesn't always follow the same rules. And like,
Yeah.
I think the game's like, oh, we could tell you.
Yeah.
Don't forget to sometimes press the witnesses for a second time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sometimes
like,
when
fuck
they
off.
haven't even changed what they say. Hee hee.
that's why the game's like, we know what we did, so you might need some help. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, okay, sure, I need to break some rules here, sure.
Well, I guess they weren't expecting us to have noticed that the guy was doing the whole, like, tiny scream thing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. I don't know. Anyway.
Mhm.
Sorry. Go ahead.
As the defense has rightfully indicated, the summation examination has concluded with a majority of jurors altering their decisions. 2 jury members now call guilty, 4 now call not guilty. Therefore, the jury's opinion is conflicted, and, in accordance with the law of this land, I hereby order the continuation of this trial.
Fancy it's just there being like, I'm going to sign a petition. I mean, start a petition.org to change this goddamn law.
Oh my god, he would as well! This is ridiculous and should be removed. It has no
Yeah.
place in our modern system.
Yeah. This is an archaic law for archaic people. There's nothing for us here.
And while we're at it, no foreign lawyers allowed.
Yeah.
Mr. William Shakespeare. I mean, I can definitely see him doing that on account that he's a foreign, like, bloodline himself.
Yeah, exactly. Mhm.
No foreigners.
No foreigners. Van what? No, that just means I'm a van man. Shut up. My lord, how can thy humble Shakespeare serve thee?
What say you in response to the various revelations made during the summation examination?
So God mend me, I do solemnly swear I'm not a pipe sucker. I recall aught of either the lamp or the pipe. But your handprints have made a tidy mess all over the wall there. How'd you explain that, eh?
Oh!
Woohoo!
Alright.
Oh,
Very
God.
good. Oh!
Oh, amazing. I am done with this. The dignity of this great courtroom has been sullied enough already. Juror number 5. Who, me? As I went to some pains to point out already, a print from the self-professed detective's toy has no place in a British court of law.
Ah.
As such, whether or not this man did indeed stand before the gas lamp with his hands against the wall remains at this time unestablished conjecture. You would do well, all do well, to remember that.
Objection.
Ha!
But the prosecution must concede that it would be extremely simple to verify. Just order the just order the mouth of the gas pipe feeding that lamp in Mr. Shakespeare's room to be examined. If there are traces of poison there.
Objection!
I'd rather tell the victim's ways to lie his way out of an accusation. Exactly.
what appears to be extremely simple is my Nipponese friend's mind. You will recall that in order to check for the presence of poison in the tea, some remnants of tea were required.
Yes?
Therefore, it shouldn't be beyond your wit to imagine that even if poison were to have been spread on the pipe, it would have completely evaporated by now, making any analysis impossible.
I didn't think of that. In any case, Counsel, I fail to see what could possibly have motivated the man to do as you described.
Oh, I know. Treasies!
Uh-huh. Why on earth would this fellow have wanted to blow air into the gas pipe where he lived? There's only one possibility that I can think of. And that is to use the leaking gas to commit murder!
Dun-dun-dun-dun!
Order! Counsel! Precisely whose life do you propose this man was plotting to end? The answer couldn't possibly be simpler. Now, we've unraveled the mystery this far. Mr. Shakespeare wanted to end the life of...
Mr. Not to me.
Take that!
If a gas lamp were to go out, it would be noticed immediately, of course. But a gas stove, on the other hand, could be silently extinguished by the killer without anyone noticing.
I live around those parts myself, so I know what it's like. I can tell you, trying to sleep without the stove lit is pretty much suicide. You'd freeze to death in no time.
Mr. Garridap, the landlord, has a large fireplace in his part of the residence on the top floor. In other words, it wasn't the landlord, but a fellow lodger whose life Mr. Shakespeare was trying to end. Outrageous! I'm talking, of course, about the defendant. The defendant, even. Mr. Natsume isn't the villain in this case. He's the victim this man was trying to murder. Good gracious!
Objection!
The accused is actually the aggrieved. Interesting. However, the fundamental facts of the case remain unchanged.
Finally, huh?
No! Namely, that the accused is the aggressor here.
What? How can you still claim that?
Let us indulge your fancies for a moment and assume that there was indeed poison on the mouth of the gas pipe. The question that then arises is who put it there?
Gas company. I don't know. Who did put it there? Yeah.
That's what I want to know. The only logical conclusion is that the person responsible
Garridap.
was aware of this man's trickery with the gas supply and his intent to kill.
I mean, the gas company would 100% kill him. Maybe it was the other guy who was watching.
It's
the
possible.
Mr. Meter Man. He
Yeah,
was
or
fucking dumb.
alternatively, maybe Suzaki himself put the poison in the pipe to try and...
Get
I
rid
mean,
of the-
like, I wonder if he put poison in the pipe to see if there was like a mouse or something in there that was blocking the gas supply and making his flame go out.
I don't know. He was convinced it was spirits. as
He
far as
also
I can
was
tell.
convinced it was spirits. It's true. Maybe it was Meter Man. Yeah.
All I can think of is a really meter man who was getting his fucking wages like docked.
Docked. Yeah.
And
Maybe he no, because if he'd seen this guy do it,
well, he was at his wit's end at this point. Like, you know, they installed new meters,
yeah.
and it was still happening. So maybe
Yeah, and
he
he
was
kept
like,
getting his wages docked by the amount that this guy was stealing. But so
Yeah.
I wonder, unless he saw this guy doing it at some point because he was looking through the window, except he couldn't have looked through the window because there wasn't a hole in the window, but I guess he pulled the bricks out or something.
yeah, he was kind of. He said he could kind of see stuff.
There was like a
Yeah.
crack that he could see
Yeah,
through.
he saw the shadows, I believe, from their
Yeah, which makes me wonder if
reenactment.
like he saw him do it at some point and was all like, well, I'll just poison him and then he'll stop doing whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because he's the only person who's actually been in to check the pipes.
Yeah. Well, yes, it would indeed seem logical. If the assailant were unaware, how would he or she, or just they, have known to lace the end of the gas pipe with poison?
So now we must ask, how could anyone have known of Mr. Shamspeare's murderous designs? Except somebody who was watching him. You mean to suggest? Naturally, the sole possible answer to that question couldn't be any more obvious. Only the man whose life was being threatened could possibly have known.
What?
In other words, the person who put the poison on the gas pipe in what was a clear retaliatory attack can only have been the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsume. Whatever Mr. William Shamspeare may or may not have contrived to do, he was nevertheless the victim of a potentially lethal poison attack. And the only person who could possibly have perpetrated that attack is the accused, Mr. Natsume. So how the hell did he get into his room then, to put the poison on there? Was he just stealthily doing that during the Romeo and Juliet fight, or what? The defense counsel's theorizing has failed to avert suspicion from the accused. Far from it. In fact, now that a clear motive for the poisoning has been successfully established, that suspicion is greater than ever. Would you not agree, my Nipponese friend?
Arg!
I still think the teacup solution would be the more elegant way of doing it. But I do have a sneaking suspicion that it was Meter Man who did it.
Yeah, because he was just absolutely fucking done with this.
He potentially saw the guy doing this and was like, nah.
No, if he's also yeah, exactly. If he's fucking with this too, I just want him dead.
Yeah, potentially.
How did he manage to turn that around on me so rapidly?
And he could have put poison on there under the guise of when he was replacing the meter.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Mr. Naruhodo, you must respond. Otherwise, the members of the jury may very well change their leanings against us again. And this may be our last chance to gain the advantage.
What advantage?
Well, it would seem that somebody put poison on the gas pipe in Mr. Shamspeare's room, so we must name that person now and absolve Mr. Natsume of guilt.
Do you mean name the true culprit?
We really do seem to be just going for this pipe theory.
Yeah. Alright, this is sometimes how it goes, right?
I know it might sound impossible, but if we fail to do that, I have no doubt that Mr. Natsume's fate will be sealed once and for all. Are we going to throw Olive under the bus because she had poison? I wonder, but...
I don't know.
When
It seems
would she have...
unrelated.
Although, the torn bit of that envelope was in his room. That torn bit of the envelope was in his room.
Oh, yeah.
And why would the envelope that he sent her have been torn? But why would she have known to put poison? Unless she thought about, she'd have known by the death being via gas.
Yeah, like,
Oh.
how would you have put it together? Like, the fact that.
But how would she have worked out specifically that he did it? Unless he bragged about it? But then why would she have...
We don't have that kind of. I don't think at this point, I'm like, can we really.
I mean, there was definitely a torn bit of the envelope on the floor in his room.
Did she drop it?
She has the rest, so I wonder if she dropped it.
But how would you have gotten in here?
Well, mostly. I mean, I can understand how she would have got in there because he told her to meet him.
Oh yeah.
Up the road at the Grub Hub or whatever.
Yeah, the Grub Hub.
The
Yeah.
So, like, I don't think... But yeah, also, she's just regained consciousness, having been comatose for days after suffering a stab wound to the back.
she was out.
No, but she... Slug and salad, that's the one. He did say he had salad, yeah. The grub and... Thingamy, yeah. He did. Yeah, because the slug is kind of a grub, if you're trying to... What did he call it? The grub and something. Which could easily have been the slug and salad, couldn't it? I can't remember what we said now.
That's a good name. That's the grub.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, grub's grubbery, yeah.
Grub's grubbery, yeah. Slug and salad. Grub's grubbery. I can... That's kind of feels like, yeah. Yeah. So that's what he had. Potentially... But that's what he had the night of. She was in his room the night... Was it the night before that? Yeah, because he just got out of... Hang on. Yeah, she could have put poison... Hang on, okay. She went to see him. Was she on the way to see him when she got stabbed? I'm just going to say got stabbed.
I thought she was on the way, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. So
But yeah, she was
could have,
out.
or, yeah. Okay, she was out on the night of his poisoning. But that could have been poisoned at any point.
That is true.
He's not going to have been trying to to blow the gas out in Mr. Natsume's room for the last couple of days because he was in jail.
Of course.
Mr. Natsume wasn't in his room
True.
ever since Olive got stabbed in the back.
It's true.
So if she'd managed to put poison on the pipe
Yeah. That's a really good point.
before she then maybe potentially was leaving the building
Yeah.
and got stabbed,
Yeah.
he's not going to do the thing with the pipe until Mr. Natsume comes home,
Yeah.
which was the night of the poisoning.
Yeah, and she's figured it out, and like, yeah. But how would you?
But I don't know how she would have figured it out, unless. Oh wait, they did say that it's been in newspapers.
Yeah. What?
It's been newspapers. Yeah, they just said the trick has been in newspapers.
Oh yeah.
Newspapers have been talking about the gas
Oh
trick.
yeah.
So it's
But-
possible that
Yeah.
she went into... I don't want it to have been Olive. I really don't.
No, one possible culprit, the evidence, the poison. Yeah, it's all pointing to a particular person. Now, yeah, it's going to
I
make us
think
do it because
it's more likely to have been Olive.
yeah, because they made us make. I mean, they made us aware of the fact she had poison.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and she's all like, oh, well, I stole it from the medicine cabinet, but...
Slash doubt.
This unmarked bottle was just sitting in the medicine cabinet. Sure. Like, I don't want it to have been Olive. But she also hasn't actually killed anybody, so... And he has.
Yeah.
So maybe she'll get off lightly.
Yeah.
And
Anyway.
then she was potentially trying to kill herself because it didn't work.
Yeah, that's what I wanted
Oh, and
to.
that he was also in her hospital room.
Oh god, he was, wasn't he? I forgot about that completely.
Yeah, he was in there. Although we weren't necessarily supposed to see that. I don't know. Because I feel like we went in there before we were supposed to.
No.
But and she got a letter from him saying to
Yes.
meet her.
Yeah, exactly.
And the torn bit of the envelope that's very clearly missing that we saw was in his new room. And if he sent her the letter, he's not going to send her the letter in a torn envelope, is he?
Anyway.
Yeah, she must have accused him. I think she worked it out. But
Yeah.
I don't know how she would have put the pipe. I mean, she would have got the
No, that is the
poison
confusing
on the
part.
pipe.
But
Because, like, what's he going to do? Leave the room while she just casually smears rat poison? Exactly. How can she reach it? She's tiny. And if he needs to take to stand on the box to reach the pipe, I don't know, but I have a horrible feeling that the evidence is there's all this extra evidence that points to Olive that we haven't used yet, and logic says that that's not a red herring. Anyway, The prosecution calls for the jury to consider their leanings again. I trust you'll make the correct choice this time, Mr. Foreman. What? Oh, don't you worry, we know exactly what...
Objection.
There is one other person who I believe could have been involved in all of this. The true culprit of this crime. The true culprit?
A term found only in second-rate novels featuring third-rate great detectives, my Nipponese friend. But why not? This farce has gone on for so long already. I see no reason to cut it short before its disappointing climax. You'd know all about disappointing climaxes, wouldn't you, Vaxix?
Thank you.
Tell us, my learned Nipponese friend, what is your latest theory? Who is the so-called true culprit of this crime? Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much.
Take that!
Please don't let it be Olive. Please let this be wrong.
The name of the person responsible for the poison that afflicted Mrs. Shamspeare is, I believe, Miss Olive Green. Miss Olive Green? Miss Olive Green? I do feel as though I've heard that name in the recent past, Council, but I don't recall where.
It's like 2 days ago, you dumb... Miss Olive Green? The woman from 6 days ago. Was it really 6 days? I thought we'd only been in London a week.
Yeah, well, we arrived and the next day
Oh,
we
yeah,
were
you're
yeeted
right.
into court.
Well, no, we were yeeted into court with,
yeah,
what's his face?
That's true.
McGilded, and then Olive
Well, I
Green was
guess
the
it's
day
just been
after
just
that.
over
So
a
yeah,
week,
fine.
yeah.
Actually, yeah, it has now because yesterday and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
The victim in the recent case of stabbing on Briar Road,
That is really a stabbing.
an incident for which Mr. Natsume was arrested. I hasten to add.
Oh, of course, Miss Green. She was left comatose for 3 days, I believe, but I hear she regained consciousness 2 days ago.
And I hardly need remind the court that Mr. Shamspeare's poisoning took place 3 days ago.
Yeah, you've been discussing
We
this.
did see also above. Given that the woman was lying comatose in a hospital bed at the time, she appears to have a rather fine alibi.
True, on the night that the incident occurred, Miss Green was in hospital, unconscious. So, on the face of it, it would seem that she couldn't possibly be responsible. But still, my colleagues and I visited Miss Green in hospital yesterday, and we found her to be in possession of a bottle of poison. Good gracious! She had poison? And there is another fact that links Miss Green to this case as well. The defense requests that she be brought to the witness stand in order to explain the details to the court. Tell me, Mr. Shamspeare.
My lord, pray what be thy bidding?
Are you acquainted with Miss Green?
Eh? No, never heard of her. Judging by the look on Mr. Shamspeare's face, I think perhaps he genuinely doesn't know her. At least, not by name. As the voice of Her Majesty's prosecution here, I adhere to my word. We will see my learned Nipponese friend's farce through to its conclusion.
I appreciate that.
The prosecution requests a short recess, my lord, in order to subpoena the witness and bring her here.
Yes, Miss Olive Green.
Indeed, my lord. 1 hour should be sufficient.
Very well, I grant the request. Excellent. I hope the defense has made a most extraordinary accusation, I must say. But at the present time, I feel the prosecution's argument remains largely uncontested. Accordingly, I'm afraid the defendant and his culpability remains the sole subject of this court's attention. Thank you, counsels. We reconvene in 1 hour. My God, I've stopped being able to speak. The court is adjourned. This is why we need that hour. So the judge can get his shit back together.
Back in.
Yeah, get his teeth back in, and oh, this is a good place, I think.
Is it a good place? Oh boy.
I mean, it's a to be continued.
I mean, I know you're right. It's a to be continued, but
I also want to continue, but do we really want to?
it's so difficult. I don't want to stop.
I know, but we should. I know.
Look, now you've made Ganondoodle sad, but this is a good point. Yeah, you're right.
Because I think it's because now we're gonna get a whole new level of bullshit from
I mean, it's true. I'm mad. I just. But yeah, no. What do you reckon? Let's do predictions. Like, I think she accused him. And he. Like. I wonder if he didn't even deny it. But was all like, well, what are you going to do about it? You can't prove it.
No.
And then she was like, I'm going to poison your pipes, bitch. But I just, how would she get up there? How would she do that? And how would she get the lamp off? And...
I mean... What also gets me, like, if she actually got up there, surely we would expect fingerprints, flesh, was it? Skin prints on there.
Yeah, but we were only testing Thingamy's skin prints, weren't we? Not anybody else's.
I think, yeah.
I think he made some MacGuffin-y point about it only testing for, like, a specific person's skin prints, but I'm not 100% sure. Because otherwise, Suzeki-san's prints would be everywhere too.
So we need to go back and get her skin prints done to see whether or not it's...
but I don't think we have the option to do that.
Also, they
Van
wouldn't let
Seeks
us
might
use it.
actually become apoplectic at that point.
Yeah.
If we attempted such a thing.
How she did it is kind of like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a fun one figuring this one out because I literally have no idea. I hope that we just get some tools while interviewing with her.
Yes. But I do feel desperately sorry for her.
Any point can be a good cliffhanger. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's true.
But when it comes to info dumping, this is usually a good place.
Yeah, because usually they'll start recapping a little bit. Although not,
No, like, oh yeah, that thing that we talked about.
Except when it's really important. Yeah, that thing that we talked about, like, to be continued ago, that you probably won't have remembered if maybe you're playing this in chapters. But that thing that we discussed, like, 3 seconds ago, if you carried playing.
Yeah.
We'll recap that.
Yeah.
Something soap coins. Something.
Then the main reason I'm calling it a day here is because once I start that new chapter, I'll be like, no, I can't stop. And
that is also true.
I should. Sadly.
Yeah. Socketwrench needs her sleep. And we shouldn't forget that.
No. It's serious business.
It is.
But, I'm looking forward to next week where we can hopefully continue with this.
Yes.
Yeah. Back to you.
Back to me? Ditto old me? Okay then. Well... Thanks for coming to our stream.
Yes.
Don't forget, have hope for your soap. Don't blow your pipe too hard. Always follow the kobold motto. Live, laugh, objection! Sorry. Still getting more unhinged as we go.
It's not just me who needs sleep.
No, it's just true. Until next time, we hope you'll be well. Hopefully we'll actually stream next week.
Wow.
I'm
cool,
putting it out there.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Until next time, we hope you'll be well. Good night.
Good night.